Hello, my name is Seunghyun Eric Khan, and this is Health Science 410 Community Agency Site Visit and Presentation. And the person in this presentation, this slide is me. So let's begin. Next slide. Okay, for the overview of agency, for the non-profit organization, I have chosen the Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove. And I have chosen this place because I am currently uh, working here as a volunteer, uh, fulfilling the requirements for Health Science 495. And I thought this place would be a great place for me to do this presentation. So I've chosen this place. Okay, so the Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove, they represent school health and child health. They mentor kids and they try to make them as well-rounded youth. They help each students develop character, build leadership. Uh, they the staff here they teach rules, what to do and what not to do. They make students be more responsible, be more respectful toward other people, and they also help these students how to be safe. Okay, next slide. Okay, the services that this organization offer, uh, they are different by types of, by different schools, but overall they provide homework assistance during power hours. So when students are done with school and they come to the Boys and Girls Club, they bring their homework from school and they start working on it during power hours. But when they need help on their homework, the uh, staff looks at their homework, teaches it, and they help it. And for they also the services they also provide enrichment activities, which are basically indoor and outdoor activities planned by the staff. These activities can be playing sports outside, such as soccer, basketball, volleyball, kickball, anything. And for indoor activities, uh, they could be things such as cooking foods, making foods, and the staff do these activities and also ask questions, such as like knowledgeable questions, to teach education. That they also provide healthy lifestyles and arts. So these services are very important for development of students as they become adults, and these services are being offered. Next slide. The mission statement of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. Next slide. Determining the needs of the population. So for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove, to determine the needs of the population, they collect demographic surveys when the students first register for their program. And this is not required, but this is voluntary and optional. So when students first register in the beginning of the semester, uh, the students and parents are given the demographic surveys and they collect the need, they ask what they need and what they expect from their program. So they collect information through these surveys. Okay, next slide. The budget of Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove. Uh, Unfortunately, they have a limited budget. They are state funded, and those funds are reimbursed by the number of students in the program. And even if they have like they have about 100 students in their program, they their funds are determined by daily averages per month. So each student ha- if the students are absent a lot, their funds that could be critical to their funds. And the funding incorporates operation programs, supplies for the program, uh, developing the program, uh, professional professional development for the staff, and the budget also pays employees. Next slide. So the primary target population of the Boys and Girls Clubs Garden Grove are kindergarten to 12th grade. But the place where I work at is the Lake Intermediate School, which is mostly middle school students. I am currently serving 7th and 8th graders. Um, so the Boys and Girls Clubs, they try to target those who are in need. So they focus on mostly on low income people, uh, but they do not take anybody back. They usually take in anybody, and the program is first come first serve. So if a student register first, they're in, and if the list is full and more students register, those students are put into wait list, and they get their opportunity if the students who are already in the program are absent a lot or are making trouble, they get replaced by the students who are in the wait list. Next slide. Uh, the impact of the services. I got these information from the pamphlet that I got from my site supervisor, and the pamphlet was the 2017 impact impact report of Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove. And in this pamphlet, there were several sections. And for academic success, it says 90% of club members report that college isn't their future. For good character and leadership, 100% of United Keystone members report giving back to their community individually as well as with club based service projects. For healthy lifestyles, it says 96% of our members report engaging in physical activity daily. Next slide. For early learning part, it says family campus preschool children showed a 26% increase in progress in ready to learn and self regulation. For parent involvement in child education, it says 159 children and their families accessed our program, and 143 children completed the development, screening, and 118 families were connected with family support programs. Next slide. For pediatric vision care, it says 679 children received a comprehensive eye exam at Arches. 67% were diagnosed with vision impairment and received prescription glasses. So this Arches program is the access to resources for children's health, education, and support. And this is basically the family support program of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove. Next slide. For the homelessness in Orange County part, it says 1,204 homeless students identified in the Garden Grove School District are qualified for services under the McKinney-Vento Act and received support through the Arches program. For diversion services, intervention, prevention, it says more than 300 first-time juvenile offenders were provided with services last year, saving the county more than 19 million and $500,000 in court proceedings and legal fees. Next slide. Uh, for the gaps in services for Boys and Girls Clubs Garden Grove, the barriers are closely tied to school district. So since the staff are working at different schools in the district, they have to follow the school rules. So they do not have complete freedom. That's one of the gaps. And they also have limited subjects to teach to students, since the subjects are taught in if some kind of subjects are being taught in school, the staff are not allowed to teach that in the Boys and Girls Club. And they also have financial barriers, which results in limited supplies, wages, and this is really critical, which is their income are dependent on the number of students in their programs, and the staff, even if the students need counseling, the staff cannot counsel students, but they have to hire separate counselors, which costs more money. Next slide. So, evaluation of agencies' program and services. For program quality assessments on students, parents, and staff, students and parents are given the surveys, and staff are observed by the uh, higher staff members with rubric sheets and check sheets, and they do these assessments to improve the programs with the knowledge and information that they have gathered through these surveys and observational assessments. Next slide. For references, I have interviewed my site supervisor, Mr. David Cardenas. He's the a site supervisor for the Lake Intermediate School, and that's his information. And I've also used the 2017 Impact Report pamphlet that I have received from Mr. David to use for the impact services. And that is my presentation, and thank you so much.